Welcome, beautiful souls, to the power of Ra, and thank you for watching. This is a thing again this morning in Australia. It's another day to be thankful for the day and be thankful for life and all of you. And this video is a continuation of the video I did 1 day ago. 1 day ago, I did a video about why do we need to understand the 10 universal laws in relation to self-awakening based on a Kemetic spirituality, a Noonien tree of life. Yep. In this video, I would like to talk about the other 5 more principles that left out from the video I did 1 day ago. In the video I did 1 day ago, I talked about the 5 principles of a Noonien tree of life. I talk about Ra, Set, Nepsi, and Nasa. I talk about them in another video. In this video, I'm adding those 5 principles that left out from that video. Yep. To begin my video, I would like to understand you, to assure you that the journey of spirituality starts by understanding the creation. Because how creation come here is how we go back to where the creation come from. The creation come from God, and this is where we want to go by seeking the truth. So how things come here? Things come through those 10 universal laws, the principle of creation, the God and goddesses of creation, the net truths. Yep. So the true spiritual evolution is about reversing those the creation, to go back to the true self. Yep. So based on a Kemetic spirituality, the Kemetic Noonien tree of life, the concept behind this spiritual system is the theological idea behind a Noonien tree of life is to help a human being understand themselves and awaken through following the philosophy self-discipline to attain the enlightenment by purifying the lower sides of the creation. Yep. So in another video, I talk about the 5 principles of the 5 laws of the universe. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the other 5 laws of the universe, the principle of creation. You see, when we're evolving spiritually, we need to understand what we need to know. we need to understand where do we start. And where do we start? We start from the lowest creation and climb from the lowest creation to the highest creation. That's the best start we should take. You see, so to understand you as a human being, to understand yourself as a human being, you need to understand that the physicality that you see is who you are. You are the water, you are the air, you are the sky, you are the sun, you are everything you see around you. Because that's exactly what the 10 laws are. You see, starting with Ra, we know Ra has the principle of fire. He represents all the fire. He represents the sun in the sky. He represents everything that is hot. And that is why he is the power of thoughts. You see, so Ra, based on a Kemetic spirituality and based on the true understanding, Ra is not a god. Ra is a power of thoughts, the power of the superconsciousness. He is the power of Hamun. Now we know who is Ra, and I already explained in another video. So when Ra was created, okay, so Ra manifests as the subconsciousness. But Ra, being a subconsciousness, he wasn't alone. He had to create another laws to help him bring about the universe, the subconsciousness. Sorry if I said it is superconsciousness. Subconsciousness is a universe. So when Ra emerged from the superconsciousness from Amun, he created another principle that I didn't mention in that video. He created the air, because for a human being to be created, we need air. Without air, there is no life. So air was created, and after air was created, we need another thing to be in the air in order to make the life possible. And so Tabnud was created. So Tabnud is the life in the air that nurtured the creation. You see, so these are the two principles that make the Trinity was Ra. Okay, the Trinity of the three principles. Those two principles create another two more principles. And so they created earth. We need earth. We need a little bit earth within us to have this physical body. And after earth was created, we need another thing. So the sky was created, Nut. And we know what do we have in the sky. We have Sunday, we have moon, we have stars. And those bodies, objects in the sky, we need them in our body in order to have that the place of dream. You see. So those principles were created after Ra emerged from the superconsciousness. And those principles are what make up the subconsciousness. Yep, the universe. Now the universe become complete after those principles were created. Okay. After those four principles were created by Ra through the after the birth of Ra, other four principles were created that make the five Trinity. See, God and goddesses of creation. So the universe was manifest, and so the universe wanted to create another thing, which is the higher creature over all the highest creatures, and that the higher creature was a human. And so for the human to be created, we need another 5 more principles, and that is when Asa was born. Okay, and in the scripture say Asa was the older son of Nut. Okay, so the soul was just an imaginary of the subconsciousness. Okay, for a human being to be here, the human needed a soul. So the supercontinent gave birth to a supercontinent which represent Nut, the mother Nut, gave birth to Asa. And after Asa, now we have the soul to create a human, so that we have a human. What do we need next? We need a set. We need wisdom that help them create what they want to create. We need wisdom, the voice that bring them back whenever they want to come back. So Set was born. After that, we need something else, something that will teach the human a lesson so that they will come back to where they originate. And so Set was created. And we know what Set represents. In another video, I explained that Set is ego. Set represents all the trouble in life. It represents suffering. Okay? And it indeed, if we don't suffer in this world, we don't want to know who we are. Because we have everything, we're happy, and so why do we don't question things? So Set was born. After Set was born, we think about something else. We need a house. And that house is Nepsi. So Nepsi represents based on what I said in that video and what she really represents in Kemetic spirituality, she represents the energy, the lower energy that flow down to make the creation move, make the physical move. That is what she is, and that is why she's called the house of Asa. He make the physical for the star to be inside and outside. So that how Nepsi was created. And so lastly, we need something. And the last principle of the 10 laws of creation, the laws of the universe, the last one is Heru. And Heru represents the pure enlightenment. And the pure enlightenment is achieved after all the creation are understood, and they are step up by reversing the consciousness, starting from the human consciousness to the universal consciousness, subconsciousness, and the superconsciousness. And some people really make it to become the awareness, the full awareness, which is God. And that what God is a full awareness, God is peace, God is stillness. You see, that is what he represents. That is what Heru represents. So Heru is not other than the creator. It's not other than the chair. You see, he represents the full awareness, the full awakening, the full self-awareness. So that is the reason we need to understand these laws. We need to understand we are made up of these laws. We need to understand these laws have the lower side of them that we need to be awakened. And this is how we purify our mind. We purify our mind by reducing the vibration of the lowest vibes, by settling down the lower mind that is attached to those lower energies. You see? So those 10 principles of creation are what you are made up of. They are what? They are everything around you, and they are you. You see? So spiritual evolution, that is how you're supposed to begin it. You should not start by saying that you already awakened to yourself and you can't even explain how did you make it. For example, if you can't tell me that you are self-resurrected, you are Christ, like what other people already say, that they have Christ in their life, they have been resurrected, but somehow in their life there are attitudes and behaviors that can show me that they are not awakened. Because if you still in a very severe anger, if you can't forgive, you are an unforgivable person. If you are in too much fear, if you are in too much anxiety, if you carry jealousy, if you carry envy, then there is no Christ in you. Because Christ is peace, Christ is forgiveness, Christ is compassion, Christ is empathy. You see, if you don't have these qualities, if you have more lowest qualities of what the world is, then maybe you can tell another person that it's the same person like you and not me. Okay? Spiritual evolution, the true spiritual evolution is by purifying the lower sides of you. And the lower side of you are those lowest energies I just listed to you. Okay? You have to start reducing them within you through self-discipline, through determination, through humility, through gratefulness. You see, those lower forces must be reduced within you. You must reduce them by disciplining yourself, by following the true self-discipline and philosophy that help you promote your spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakening is about reversing those consciousness, human consciousness, universal consciousness, super consciousness, to the true self, that is the full enlightenment. And there is a possibility you can do it. There is a possibility you can make it to the true self, so that you are not going to be attacked by psychic, you're not going to be attacked by witchcraft, you're not going to be attacked by any lower energy. The reason you're being attacked by any lower energy is because you are possessed by those lower energy. If you have jealousy in you, all the other vibration have right to possess you, okay? Because you have something that attract them within you, okay? We are who we are by the right of our consciousness. If your consciousness is down, you are vulnerable to the lower forces. If your consciousness is up, you are free. You are mentally free. You're peaceful. You see? So there are people, there was somebody who was asking me if there are other books I can recommend to them to help them with their spiritual journey. I have a book here that was written by the same person who wrote the first book. This book is called Awakening Your Soul Aware and Weakness. You can order it in Amazon. This book was sent to me by one of my spiritual sister who live in America. She bought it and sent it to me as a gift. So I'm so thankful for her. And the other book I've been showing you in my other video is this one, The Kemetic Spiritual of Life, that help you understand the 10 laws of the universe, the 10 Anunian Tree of Life, principle of creation. If you have any question about this video, if you have any question about the 10 principles, you can leave a question, or if you have any knowledge about the 10 principles of creation, you can leave your comment until we meet again. Otherwise, thank you for watching this video. Give it a like, share it with friends, and be well and peaceful. Bye now.